Welcome to PUC second year students. We are studying the chapter number 2, that is consumer theory of consumer behavior. In the theory of consumer behavior, today let us study the demand and law of demand. Demand and law of demand, or they explain the derivation of demand curve in the case of single commodity. They explain derivation of demand curve in the case of single commodity. It is question. We have to answer for this question. Explain the law of demand and or explain the derivation of demand curve in the case of single commodity. The cardinal utility analysis can be used to derive demand curve for a commodity. And the law of demand shows that the relation between the prices of the commodity and the quantity demand. It is the relation between price and the demand. And what do you mean by demand? Demand is a desire. Demand is a desire backed by ability and willingness to pay the price for commodity. It is called as the demand. There is one definition is there. What do you mean demand? The quantity of a commodity that consumer is willing to buy and is able to offer given prices of goods and income of the consumer is called the demand. Once again, the quantity of a commodity that a consumer is willing to buy and is able to offer given prices of goods and income of the consumer is called the demand. The law of demand. The law of demand is based on the law of diminishing marginal utility. The law of demand based on the law of diminishing marginal utility. Now, let us study the law of demand. What do you mean law of demand? The law of demand states that if other thing remaining constant. What remaining constant? There should not be change in income, and there should not be change in price. There should not be change in habits and tastes and his preference. These all things should be constant to become a law of demand. The law of demand states that if other thing remaining constant, when the prices rises, demand will falls. When prices falls, demand will rises. Or when the prices of commodity is increasing, at that time the commodity will be increases. When price is high, the demand is low. When price is low, demand will be high. That is called as the law of demand. Once again, the law of demand states that if other thing remaining constant, when prices of the commodity increases, the demand for commodity decreases. When prices of commodity decreases, the demand for commodity increases. That good may be X or Y. The goods may be X or Y. When prices rises, demand falls. When prices falls, demand rises. It is called as the law of demand. Now we can understand the individual schedules of the demand curve. It has two columns. One is price of X and another one is quantity demanded X. When the price of X is 10, the quantity demand of X is 55. And when price falls from 10 to 40 rupees, or when the prices of X increases, the demand will be decreases. When price increases from 10 to 40, the demand will be decreases from 55 to 5. So it is the law of demand. It is inverse relationship between prices and the demand. When the price of X is 10 rupees, the quantity demanded X is 55. When price increases from 10 rupees to 20 rupees and demand is the quantity of demand increases from decreases from 55 to 30 quantity demanded. When prices increase from 20 to 30, the demand will be decreases from 30 to 50, and continuously rise in prices it leads to decrease in demand. So the law of demand states that if the prices are higher, demand will be lower. If the prices are lower, demand will be higher. It is called as the law of demand. Now we can understand by the graphical representation. That is, the OX horizontal lines measures the quantity demanded and OY vertical lines measures the price. And it is the demand curve which slopes downwards from left to right. Why this curve is slopes downwards from left to right? It indicates that the demand curve is depend upon its price. When prices goes down, the demand will be increases. When prices goes down or when prices falls, demand increases. When prices of X falls, demand for X increases. So the demand curve is negative slope. The demand curve will be negatively sloped. It is DD is the demand curve which slope downwards from left to right. It is the demand curve. When price is high, means the price of X is 40, the commodity of quantity demanded is 5. When price is very low, that time the quantity demand is very high. It means that the quantity demanded is 55 of X commodity demanded. So it is the law of demand. Relation is vice versa. It is inverse relation between price and the demand. So it is called as the law of demand. You have to understand the meaning of demand and the law of demand, and you have to draw the diagram and you have to explain according to the law of demand. Thank you.